It's February 11th, Saturday. I'm out at the lake to continue with some of the projects that I have on my list to do. One of the things that happened since last time I was here is that the inspection has passed for electric and plumbing and the framing of the cabin. So the one thing they noted that my chimney may be a little bit too short, and I kind of knew that because I did have another 3 feet piece that was supposed to go on the top, but it got dropped, so it got dented, and I never put it up because it's just ugly. So I went out and bought a new 2-foot piece because I don't think I need 3 feet that high. So because it's gonna get higher up, I think I'm gonna have to put a brace on. I did buy a brace, so we'll see about that, how high it is. The regulations said that the chimney has to be higher than the highest point of the roof, 2 feet higher than the highest point of the roof within 10 feet. And if the chimney goes 4 foot or more above the roof, it has to have a brace on it. So I'm gonna have to measure that and see, based on that, put a brace on. Probably I will put one on. It's not gonna hurt anything, and I already have it. The woodpecker is back. Big hole. Oops. Woodpecker is back, big hole that I have to fix, just so things are not coming in. I'll pretty it up later on. I need to make it nice and paint it and all that. So, and there are some other digs, little digs on the wall. I don't know about the other side, I haven't even checked, but I did buy some deterrents that I'm gonna put up today. I bought a fake owl that has blinky eyes, and you can set it up so it makes noises. The other thing I wanted to do today is burn this brush that I got out of the swampy area after I cut the trees down, and I have some more brushes in there that I have to bring out, and basically that's what I'm gonna do. That's kind of easy, and if I'm in the mood, I'm gonna go and work on the garden. There's a bed that I wanted to put in. I'll need to level that out. And whatever cleanup I can think of or have a mood for, I'm gonna do today. I'm not gonna stress too much about it. I would like to put up the chimney, but I don't know if my ladder is gonna be tall enough and if I'm brave enough to get up there. So we'll see about that, but this is the before picture. So as I said, it is February, but it's 70 degrees today, which is amazing. I enjoyed that a lot, but still just burning the brush. I brought up a bunch more, and I still have to go back and clean a little bit up, get rid of the brush that I cut down last time as much as I can. So I'll work on that. And also, since the electric was passed, what I've been doing is in the cabin I've been putting up the covers for the switches. So I have a lot more of those to do. I might assemble this little table, this fireplace table. It's a gas fire pit, that it's also a table that came with my 4th chair. And what else I'm gonna do today? I'm probably gonna fix that hole up there, just board it up for now, and try to figure out how I'm gonna fix these holes on the floor around the drains, because I want to make sure that we don't have any more mice coming in, and maybe set some mouse traps. So that's how it looks like here. Here's the installation waiting to be installed. That's going to be probably in a few weeks. My son and I will do this. I can probably do just parts of it here and there. I just want to make sure that the rats are gone before I start putting them up, because I would hate them being behind it. And so these holes need to be fixed, and the hole here. So, and there's one right here for the drain. So a lot to do, definitely. So here's my plumbing permit that was done earlier, and then the electric and the framing was inspected recently, so the sticker for that is right here. Just put it up here. So we're official as far as of that. Again, I just have to finish up the chimney, extend it a little bit, and I'm gonna start fixing up the holes with this outside. If I get a day like today, I could do it. If it's too cold, I can't really do it because it's not gonna cure. The other thing I have to do inside is putting up the smoke alarms. I'm gonna put them up and just cover them with plastic probably for now, because we're gonna do a lot of dusty stuff here. So I have 3 of those, one here in the living room and in each bedroom. So that's also a little project I can do right up there. It's getting exciting because we can now do things inside. We can start putting the flooring, put up the walls, slowly but surely. So as we come out here on the weekends, we can get certain things done, even if in the cold weather. And by summertime, I really would like to have this decently done. Of course, in the meantime, I'm gonna hire a plumber to do the bathroom, put in the bathtub. And I think when they put in the bathtub, they have to inspect again. That's just the process. So the bathtub is ready to be put in, actually. I did put insulation here, just for the surround area. So he should be able to put that in at any time from now on. Alright, so back to burning wood and putting up more of the electric covers. Alright, that's enough chatting. I'm gonna go outside and sit in my new chair at my new fire pit area and just keep an eye on the fire, because it's a little bit windy today. I don't want to leave it alone. To leave for today, I accomplished quite a few tasks today. I put together my gas fire pit table, and that's gonna move to another area. Yeah, just put it here for now. The other thing I did, I cleaned up a lot of stuff. The brushes I brought over to the front and burned it. So I have a nice pile of ashes. I did put up my flags, and hopefully it will deter some of the woodpecker activity. I did fill that hole from inside. I nailed up a board. I did not do the chimney. That's next time. Here's the owl. Scary. And the other thing I did, I took apart one of the old boardwalk pieces, and I had some fairly good boards that I got out of it, and I built a new garden bed out of it. I just need to level it out, but it actually, I think I'm gonna be able to build one more out of that one piece of boardwalk. I think I'm gonna at least be able to make a 4x4, if not the bigger one. I'll see how many I'm gonna be able to salvage without splitting. So it was a beautiful day today. It sure feels like springtime, so definitely got me going. And as far as the garden goes, there are a few things here that's trying to grow. I have some onions that are trying to grow out of just the leftover roots, probably. I did plant some Chinese cabbages here that are not really growing that fast, but they're growing, they're alive. Here are also some garlics, leftover garlics that's growing. The Brunswick cabbage, I think it has grown, not much, but it has grown, and I think as soon as we get a little better temperature, I think it's gonna pick up. The kale is growing as well, not all of it, but 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 plants are growing here. So this is the bed that I'm gonna have to level out. I think I'm gonna put it all the way up in the corner, or just leave it there, I'm not sure. That's the one I built last time, and this is the one I built today. And they're shorter pieces, so the side I had to patch to make it into a long piece, but I like it better this way than having two small beds, so it's a decent size that way. I think it's about 4x8 roughly. The cabbage just suffering here. I'm gonna pull those out or see what they do for the springtime. Trees are looking good, the fruit trees. Alright, so I'm gonna head home now. I'm just gonna wait for the fire to simmer down. So these are the leftover fencing that I'm gonna be able to use up as tomato cages. I'm gonna make them sort of like this size, round, and stick it in the dirt. And I think I'm gonna have one of that, 2 of those, and then I have some leftovers here. I probably can make 3 out of that, so I'm gonna have 6 altogether. So reuse. Goodbye, garden.